for. I want to thank every one of you for your support during our tenure via various contributions. All your contributions at all levels are valued. Your commitment and mentorship have not only elevated our performance, but also enriched our professional, our personal, and leadership lives. I will always treasure the moments and memories of the countless discussions, brainstorming sections we've shared. Your approachability, even at the highest echelon of your positions, has made a lasting impression on me and has shaped my perspective on leadership and life generally. To my husband, children, my siblings, to my vice chancellor, to my head of department, my colleagues, thanks for your total support during my presidency. Even when I had to leave within very short notice, you never complained. Rather, you pray for safety for me. You said, go and come back with testimony. Forever, you remain part of my success story. Once again, I want to welcome you all, and I want to congratulate my president, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Ramtol-Sim, FNSCF NICE, for this season and this honor coming in as the 18th president. God bless the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. God bless Nigerian Society of Engineers. God bless Nigeria. Encourage, enhance, and excel. Thank you all, and God bless.
Please, can we give the president a more befitting round of applause? I would like to recognize the presence of one of the founding members of this great association, who is also the second president of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, Engineer Nkechi Isigwe, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. Also joining us online is the 8th president of the association, Engineer Dr. Patricia Opene Odili. We also have the 10th president of the association joining us online, Engineer Nwakego Ojuko, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, let's appreciate her. We also have online the 12th president of this great association, Engineer Olayinka Abdul, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. As the president was giving her address, the 15th president walked in. Actually, the 13th and the 15th president walked in. The 13th president, none other than Engineer Nnoli Akpedeye, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. Good to have you here, ma'am. The 15th president, Engineer Dr. Felicia Nenna Agubata, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. We appreciate your presence, ma'am. I would also like to recognize the 4th chairman of APWEN Abuja chapter, Engineer Elizabeth Oricha, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. You're welcome, ma'am. Joining us in this very important occasion are the family members of the Osims, family members and friends of the Osims. We have Air Vice Marshal Adamu Aminu. You're welcome, sir. We also have in our midst this morning Air Commodore Ayelowo Tunji. You're welcome, sir. We also have Air Commodore Shomade Ididapo. You're welcome, sir. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Professor Eme Osim. Good to have you here this morning, sir. I would also like to recognize the presence of the husband of one of the presidents, past presidents of APWEN, who is also the chairman of the Investiture Committee, Air Vice Marshal Stanley Usoro, retired. He's a Presidential Air Force pilot. Thank you for joining us, sir. I would like to respectfully recognize the presence of the African representative of the World Council of Civil Engineers. She is also the past national chairman of the Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, Engineer Dr. Aisha Umar Aliyu, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers. Thank you for coming, ma'am. At this juncture, please join me to welcome to the stage the first female president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers, for her opening remarks. You're welcome, ma'am.
This is a very special moment for us. That for the first time, we have one of us standing here as the chairman of the occasion. So I want to start by congratulating APWEN. The Vice President, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Vice President, Corporate Services, Engineer Felicia Agubata, FNSE, former Vice President of NSE here present, Engineer Aisha Umar, FNSE, former EXCO member of NSE, who is also representing the Honorable Minister of the Niger Delta Development Corporation, Engineer Dauda Aluya Okoduga, FNSE. Honorable ministers here present and represented, past presidents of APWEN, very distinguished past presidents of APWEN, founders of APWEN, immediate past president of APWEN, Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Jumoke Eterigo, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. And of course, the brand new president of APWEN, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, FNSE. Permit me, though I want to save time by relying on the well-established protocols, to recognize the former head of service of the Federation, the first female engineer to hold that post, sorry. She was the first to hold the post. I think she was the first female in its entirety. Engineer Ebele Okeke, FNSE CFR. very distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is an absolute honor and privilege to stand before you today as the 34th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers at this very historic occasion, the investiture of Engineer Dr. Adebisi Ozim as the 18th president of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN. First, allow me to express my heartfelt congratulations to all present. Today is not just a moment for APWEN, it is a moment for all of us who have tirelessly worked towards a more inclusive and progressive engineering landscape. Your dedication and commitment have brought us to this very remarkable point. And for that, I commend each and every one of you. I stand here with immense pride and a profound sense of history and humility as I address you at my very first official event since assuming office as the NSC president. This is very intentional, as APWEN holds a special place in my heart. As the first woman to lead the NSC, I recognize the significance of this moment, and it is only fitting that my inaugural event is one that celebrates the extraordinary accomplishments of APWEN. So Engineer Adebisi Ozim, FNSC, the 18th president of APWEN, I extend my warmest congratulations to you. Your leadership, expertise, and unwavering commitment to the engineering profession are a testament to what you can do and the belief that we have in you. I am confident that your tenure will be marked by excellence and transformative initiatives that will elevate APWEN to new heights. However, I must remind us all that to whom much is given, much more is expected. It is with this understanding that I beckon on all to join hands with me as we hit the ground running with the 5 pillars of my administration's strategic agenda, the MOPSA, as was unveiled at my investiture ceremony on Saturday, January 20th, 2024. As we embark on this journey, let me assure you that the Nigerian Society of Engineers under my leadership is wholeheartedly committed to collaborating with APWEN. The NSC recognizes the significance of women in engineering, and we are dedicated to fostering an environment where every engineer, regardless of gender, can contribute meaningfully to our shared vision. The pre-investiture lecture, which was held yesterday with the theme Steaming Ahead, Women Engineers Advancing a Sustainable Environment, has set the stage for an engaging and impactful tenure under the leadership of Engineer Adebisi Ozim. I eagerly anticipate the collaborations and milestones that will unfold during our concurrent tenures. I also extend a warm welcome and gratitude to our keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Asabe Bashir, the Director General, National Center for Women Development. Your presence adds prestige to this event, and we eagerly await your insightful address. Distinguished APWEN members, ladies and gentlemen, let us be reminded, please, of the upcoming World Engineering Day with the theme Engineering Solutions for a Sustainable World, which will take place on March 4, as it does every year. And the 2024 International Engineering Conference and Exhibition of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, tagged Abuja 2024, with the theme Sustainable Engineering Solutions to Food Security and Climate Change, coming up on between 18th and 22nd November 2024. These are events at which I expect APWEN to play very prominent roles. And at this junction, I'd like to again congratulate the incoming president, who is actually the president. She assumed office on the same day that I did, on January 1, 2024. And the entire team that will be working with Engineer Dr. APWEN, FNSC. And I would also like to use the opportunity to thank the past presidents and founders of APWEN for having laid a very solid foundation on which the new executive would build. It is often difficult to have good succession plans, seamless succession amongst and within women in particular. But APWEN has set very good standards for women as an association. And I'd like everybody here to give a round of applause to APWEN. The examples that have been laid by APWEN are very worthy of emulation. And on this note, I thank you all for listening, and I pray that we have a very fruitful deliberation and investiture ceremony. As I say, God bless the Nigerian Society of Engineers. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Honestly, I do not agree that that round of applause is for the president. Thank you so much. If you look through your program, the program of events, you would realize that we're almost at the main item of the day, the moment we all have been waiting for. At this juncture, to take the citation of the 18th president of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, I would like to invite to the stage Engineer Dr. Yetunde Aladetong, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, a better round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Precious. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, kindly permit me to stand on the already very well established protocol. I'm humbled today before you to be taking the citation of the APWEN president. But before I do that, I'd like to invite the APWEN president to the podium. Engineer Dr. APWEN, FNSC, ma'am, please. Please, a round of applause as she approaches. Engineer Dr. APWEN was born to the family of Mr. and Mrs. J.A.B. Ademefun in Lagos. She started her primary school education at the Methodist Primary School, Tabon, Agege, Lagos State, where she obtained the first school leaving certificate, after which she proceeded to Yewa High School, Orile, Agege, Lagos State, and passed out with the West African School Certificate in the 80s. She attended Awal Or Islam College, Agege, for her A-levels, and after her lower 6, she was admitted into the University of Jos Makurdi campus, now Joseph Suswan Tarka University, Makurdi, Benue State, where she graduated in 1994 with a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Civil Engineering. Engineer Osim, who loves to develop herself, later gained admission into the University of Calabar, where she graduated with a postgraduate diploma in management in 2000. Following some years of postgraduate experience, she proceeded to the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, and obtained a Master of Science degree and PhD in Civil Engineering in 2017, with specialization in geotechnics. Adebisi performed her National Youth Service with the University of Calabar as a pupil engineer in charge of the construction of its conference center in 1994 to 1997. After the service year, she was offered a job by Ben Benal Nigeria Limited, a private construction company and subcontractor with Costain West Africa PLC, due to the exemplary hard work and dedication exhibited during her industrial training days. During this time, she supervised several buildings and projects at Victoria Island as a site engineer and later as a project engineer. She started her career in Federal Ministry of Works in 2001 as a civil engineer 1 and has worked in different capacities. As an instructor of construction materials, she was involved in quality assurance activities of ongoing federal highway projects from 2001 to 2005, and the introduction to computer in the Highway Training Center in Trikania, Kaduna, 2005 to 2010. She was the acting chief highway engineer in charge of highway matters at the field headquarters of the ministry in Kaduna, 2010-2014, and supervised the construction of rehabilitation of Sabongari and Samaru Zaria Township roads in Kaduna State. She was project supervisor on several rehabilitation projects in Cross River State, amongst rehabilitation of Alessi Ujeb roads, rehabilitation of Calabar Ujeb Katsina Ala Section 2 road, construction of approach road along Aba Omega Itigi Ediba Udep road route number 44, rehabilitation of Odukami Junction, Akpet Central Center in Calabar, Ikom Ogoja Road. Presently, she's an engineer's representative in charge of rehabilitation of Calabar Ikom Katsina Ala Section 2 and rehabilitation of Calabar Oban Ekan Road in Cross River State. Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim believes in the code of professional ethics. As a registered engineer, she has membership of the following professional bodies: the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, the Institution of Management Consultants, the Association of Professional Women Engineers, the Society of Women Engineers in America, International Network of Women Engineers and Scientists. She is a dedicated member of the NSE and APWEN, a fellow of NSE, NICE, and IMC, who have always endorsed the ideals as well as the values of the society. She has served the NSC under various capacities, both at the national, division, branch levels, amongst which includes. She has served at various capacities at the NSE Kaduna branch and also at the NSE Calabar branch. In APWEN, she was vice president 2001-2003. In 2019-2021, she was zonal coordinator of the South-South. In 2017 to 2021, she was Calabar chapter chair. She was also general secretary national in APWEN 2015 to 2017, assistant general secretary 2013 to 2015, and chairman Kaduna chapter 2010 to 2013. She was also the coordinator, Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Officers' Wife Association, JAGI, from 2012 to 2014, where she impacted the lives of the widows and founded the Afskowa Creche and Nursery School. A zonal pastor and a teacher of the gospel at the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Cross River, Province 4 in Calabar. Engineer Osim has written and presented several research papers and conference papers, both home and abroad. Osim has several awards credited to her, which includes the Award of Appreciation as South-South Coordinator from the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria in September 2021. Award of Honor for Outstanding Contribution to the Engineering Field by the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, Calabar Chapter, June 2021. Award of Excellence Recognition in recognition of the tremendous contributions towards the growth and development of Yaya, that is the youth and young adults, in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Cross River 4, in June 2021. Award of Honor for Outstanding Contribution and Support towards the growth and development of School Unionism, and NUESA, that is the Nigerian University Engineering Students Association, University of Calabar chapter at large in March 2020. The Outstanding Professional Women in the Built Environment in 2019. The Excellent Service Award in recognition of services to the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria in the capacity of General Secretary in 2017. The Award of Excellence in recognition of sterling leadership qualities and dedication to duty in service of Nigerian Society of Engineers, Kaduna Branch, 2014. The Certificate of Merit in recognition of meritorious contributions to the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Kaduna Chapter, Kaduna Branch, 2003. From the above, it can be surmised that Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim is a fulfilled civil engineer. She mentors many young engineers and students and is an advocate of STEM education for the girl child, motivating them to choose engineering as a career. For leisure, she plays table tennis and golf. She was married to Air Vice Marshal Eko E. Osim, retired of blessed memory, and is blessed with 4 children. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming, I present to you, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, FNSC F9. Thank you.
For that kind of biography, I think the president deserves a better round of applause. Thank you so much. Please join me to welcome to the stage for the investiture of the 18th president, the 17th president of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Jumoke Eteriho, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers. A round of applause, please. Please, members of the Osim family, the celebrants' children, please, can you join us upstage? Let's appreciate them as they come. Please, let's appreciate them better as they come.
The great moment, the reason why we are all here. Our founders, the past presidents, fellows, and members of the National Executive Committee of APWEN that are present and those online. It is now my pleasure to conduct the investiture of the APWEN president in the person of Engineer Dr. Adebisi R. Osim, FNSC F9. Can we have another mic, please? Oh, okay. All right. Having been duly elected at the annual general meeting of APWEN National in September 2023, you are by this election the chairman of the executive and council of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria for the next 2 years. As a president, it will be your duty to preside at all meetings of the executive, at the council, town hall meetings, and all others at which you are present. 2, to direct the administration of the association affairs in accordance with the decision of the ESCO and council on its behalf when circumstances dictate. You are to act always to promote the objective of APWEN, uphold and defend its memorandum and article of the association. 4, you are to enhance the prestige of APWEN and promote the welfare of the entire members of the association. Will you, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, FNSC, fulfill these obligations and many others to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Please read the next paragraph.
I, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, President of APWEN, by the grace of God and the common will of members of this great association, do solemnly swear to lead the association to the best of my ability and to discharge all my duties conscientiously in the interests of APWEN, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and the world in general. I pledge to uphold and abide by the provision of the Constitution and bylaws of the APWEN and every amendment thereof, and in accordance with the memorandum and articles of the Association of APWEN and ANSA. I swear to serve in fear and admonition of God Almighty. So help me God.
Now, therefore, after this oath, to get it signed and have a copy in the secretariat. So, the moment is here. You know, I'm taller than her. So, you understand. So, it is with great pleasure and joy to pass this baton on to you. Because like I said, I know it will go higher in your hands. It will not die. And God that helped me will help you.
Thank you very much for this privilege to do this first assignment. The baton of leadership of APWEN has been handed over to me. I will use this media to give my immediate past president Like I said earlier, this is the first assignment I'm going to perform after this baton has been transferred to me. So I'm going to wear my immediate past president, the pin of 17th president of our great association.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
The chairman of the occasion, Engineer Margaret Aino Oguntala, the president of Nigerian Society of Engineers, past president of APWEN, my immediate past president, Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Eterigo, our founding members, distinguished guests of honor, Air Marshal H.B. Abubakar, ably represented by Air Vice Marshal John Laoye, the Honorable Minister of Works, Engineer Advocate Ombomiye, FNSC, special guest of honor, the President of Koren, Professor Sadiq Z. Abubakar, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, represented by Engineer Bilola Birunke, FNSC, the first female head of service, Engineer Ebele Okeke, the Nigerian Society of Engineer Branch Chairman, APWEN Chairman, ESCO members, council members of APWEN, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Before I start, I would like to give God the glory for the great opportunity to be alive to witness today. I need to thank God for my family, especially my mom, who has always been there for me. Mama, please wave your hand to the audience. Josim's family, Yademefu's family, my children, my husband's friends, the military officers here present, NAFUA members, my directors, my friends from far and near, thank you for honoring me today. Please, will you all stand for a minute silence in memory of my husband, my Lord, Air Vice Marshal Eko Hefyamosi, who stood by me in this journey, but is not here now. May his gentle soul continue to rest in peace. Thank you. It is with great sense of honor that I stand before you all today. With humble heart, I accept the responsibility Sorry, please. It is with a great sense of honor that I stand before you all today. With humble heart, I accept the responsibility to serve the highest office of this institutional body of women, the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter. Together we shall forge a path of innovations, inclusiveness, empowerment in the world of engineering. APWEN has flourished these past 40 decades from being a pressure group set up by our pioneer founding members, Engineer Olutumbi Maduka, and the other female engineers of repute, whom we refer to now as our founding members. My predecessor, Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Eterigo, has done an excellent job in leading this association to greater heights. APWEN has reached out to hundreds of children, encouraging them to join the engineering family through our various projects, such as FunSTEM, Town and Gown, She Engineer, Invent It, Build It, Introduce a Girl to Engineer who wants to be an engineer, as well as our scholarship program to primary and secondary school people interested in pursuing a career in engineering. Our Town and Gown projects foster healthy relationship between the undergraduates, the young engineers, and the experienced ones, thereby creating strong network upon which their careers are built. As an association, we have imparted the lives of many young girls, fueled their dreams and profile for them a strong support system now. The baton has been handed over to me, and I intend to hit the ground running. Watch out for APWEN here we come. Margaret J. Whitley wrote in her book, Turning to One Another, that there is no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about. I am proud to say that APWEN knows what it cares about. Our aims and objectives are grafted in our mission vision statement to be catalysts to the advancement of women in engineering profession towards national and global technological development, and to continue increase awareness that engineering is a career for girl child, thereby improving the numerical strength of female engineers in our nation. APWEN is a special division of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We are special in the sense that APWEN consists of disciplines of engineering as well as the fact that we have only one gender. We are all women. As we discharge our engineering duties, the modeling instinct in us provides the needed passion to mentor and guide the young ones to take up STEM courses, thereby leading to engineering sparked with imagination and creativity through the arts in ways that naturally align with STEM learning. As a young girl drawn to the sciences, I obtained a Bachelor of Engineering degree from the Great University of Agriculture, Makurdi. I was one of the 4 females in the class of 40s, and I was the only one female that graduated that year. That experience has such a great impact in my life as a young lady, and to this day has influenced my journey through the engineering profession. The need of a strong female engineering community cannot be overemphasized, as engineering has been seen as man's work for years. But what a joy it is to be this time and day where that narrative is charted. Engineering is for the girl child as it's for the boy child. Engineering is for all. Inclusivity in engineering. Setting goal and aspiration, we will work together as unity is strength. Moving forward as an association, we shall not only focus on the girl child, but we shall extend our hands of mothers, hold up our boys as well by fostering diversity and equality. The practice of providing equal access to opportunities and resources will become integrated into the greater society. In line with this, we will commence program tagged STEM for All. STEM for All is an inclusive outreach program targeted to both primary and secondary school populations. Hands-on science is one of the best ways to get children thinking creatively. Impactful leadership. My mission for our noble association remains clear. It is to empower, inspire, elevate. Together we will create an environment where each voice is not only heard, but valued. We will harness the collectivity's brilliance of our diverse memberships to drive positive change, innovations, and a lasting impact in the engineering landscape. My leadership approach and priority mentorship, support, and shared commitment to excellence, ensuring that every engineer in APWEN contributes meaningfully to our collective success. As stated in my New Year charge to members, We will foster an inclusive environment that encourages the growth of each member by creating opportunities for mentorship, networking, collaboration, as well as professional development. We will work hand in hand with educational institutions, industry partners, and policymakers to break down barriers and create a more equitable future for all aspiring engineers. Empowering engineers. This is all about cultivating skill and creating opportunities. We establish initiatives for ongoing professional development, workshops, and training sessions to keep engineers abreast of the latest industry trends and technologies. In addition, we will develop platforms for engineers to connect, share experiences, and build valuable professionals network within and outside the association. We shall continue to celebrate our own through recognitions and reward, because fostering a culture of appreciation is a form of motivation. At the chapter levels and other avenues that will be provided for engineers to take on leadership roles, we will encourage, as this allows our members to showcase and enhance their leadership styles and skills. Plans are already being developed in conjunction with the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation to engage our members in the area of entrepreneurship through training in agricultural sectors. Farming is a powerful means of empowerment, as agriculture is a significant part of dependence of Nigeria's economy. Food security will reduce our dependence on external markets. APWEN shall maintain its community development, engage as partner with OPS WASH, organized private sector on water, sanitation, and hygiene. Embracing innovation. This involves cultivating a culture within APWEN that value creativities, welcome new ideas, and adapt to technological advancement. Our programs are aimed at breaking gender barriers and fostering a passion for STEM fields. The program will comprise as follows: speaker series, invites successful female engineers, share their journeys, challenges, and triumphs, inspiring the girls and providing real-world perspectives. Mentorship opportunities. Connect girls with experienced mentors in the engineering field who can offer guidance, advice, and support throughout their academic and professional journey. Collaborative projects. Encourage teamwork by assigning collaborative projects that showcase the practical applications of engineering concepts, fostering creativity and problem-solving skills. Field visits to tech companies. Arrange visits to prominent engineering and technology companies, allowing participants to witness the impact of engineering in real-world setting. Networking. Facilitate network opportunity, members to connect with peers and share similar interests, creating a supportive community. Culminating showcase events. We wrap up all these school programs with a showcase event where participant schools can present their projects, share their experiences, and celebrate their achievements with their families and mentors. Empower her. In this project, we aim to instill confidence, curiosity, and a love for engineering, paving the way for a future generation of female engineers in Nigeria. A vision for the future. In a bid to conclude, I want to reiterate that our collective strength will drive us to new heights. My journey is one that promises growth, collaboration, and lasting impact. On behalf of my executive committee members, which I will soon inaugurate, we promise that we will not disappoint. Our association will continue to be a beacon of excellence, a driving force for generations to come. Thank you for entrusting us with this privilege to serve. Long live Nigerian Society of Engineers. Long live Association of Professional Women Engineers. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you all.
Hearty congratulations to the brand new, elegant president of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. Congratulations, ma'am. Our prayer is that your tenure will be successful and very impactful. Congratulations once again. At this point, I would like to call up the National Executive Committee members of APWEN to join the president upstage for their inauguration. I would like to invite the vice president of this great association, Engineer Chinyere Nenna Igwegbe, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Nigerian Institution of Water Engineers. I would like to call the APWEN General Secretary, Engineer Mary Jane Oluchi Okoli, member Nigerian Society of Engineers. I would like to invite the Assistant General Secretary, Engineer Komolafe Agnes, fellow member Nigerian Society of Engineers. The Technical Secretary, Engineer Tolulope Enriosho, member Nigerian Society of Engineers. The Assistant Technical Secretary, Engineer Esosa Odige, member Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please let's appreciate them more as they come. The Publicity Secretary, Engineer Mistura Adenike Rafiu, member Nigerian Society of Engineers. The Assistant Publicity Secretary, Engineer Itoro Einangeto, member Nigerian Society of Engineers. I'd like to invite the Financial Secretary, Engineer Dr. Tonye Banigo, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. The Treasurer, Engineer Dr. Valerie Omale, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. Ex-official, Engineer Justina Olafo, member Nigerian Society of Engineers. Ex-official, Engineer Falzat Dare Bello, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. I'd like to invite the Internal Auditor, Engineer Olaolu Adedapo, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. And I would like to invite also the outgoing president of this great association, Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Jumoke Eteriho, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers and fellow Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers. So you can use this.
All right. This is the APWEN Executive Committee induction oaths to be taken by the ESCO members. So dear ESCO members of our great association, please listen attentively and answer appropriately. Have you come here today for the investiture ceremony on your own free will and accord? Yes, I do. Are you willing to administer with the oath of investiture of this association and be formally admitted as the executive member of APWEN?
Yes, I am willing and ready.
Do you, having become an executive committee member of APWEN headquarters, solemnly swear that you will defend and uphold at all times the Constitution of the association and accept as final and binding all decisions of the National Executive Council of the association on all matters dealt with by her in accordance with the provision of the Constitution of APWEN?
Yes, I do.
Do you promise to undertake and promote the objectives of APWEN at all times?
Yes, I do.
Do you promise to conduct yourself always on all engineering matters in accordance with APWEN's laid down codes of conduct?
Yes, I do.
Do you promise to look after the interests of welfare of your fellow female engineers, female engineering students member of APWEN?
Yes, I do.
Do you promise to meet all your obligations financially and otherwise stated and serve selflessly to the best of your ability?
Yes, I do.
All executive committee members bring inaugural will. Oh yeah, read it out.
I have, before everyone present at this ceremony, pledged and sworn to uphold and defend the Constitution of APWEN. They conduct engineering practice with sincerity, fairness, and show interest in the affairs and welfare of my fellow engineering members. So help me God.
So you sign, write your name, sign, and submit to the secretariat.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Tell us to take a bow. It's not picture.
Cameraman, please snap picture and let them take a bow and we go.
A hearty congratulations to all the National Executive Committee members of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. Congratulations once again. I would like to recognize the presence of the Registrar and the Chief Executive Officer of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Engineer Professor Adisa Ademola Bello, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Academy of Engineering. You're welcome, sir. Dr. Ann will take the rest of the recognition.
Thank you very much, Engineer Precious. In the same vein, I'd like to recognize His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Leo Imoke, the former Executive Governor of Cross River State, the People's Paradise. You're welcome, sir. It's good to have you here. I'd also like to recognize Engineer Mrs. Vera Idongese Ntofon, FNSC. You're welcome, ma'am. Engineer Obianuju Okusogu, FNSC. She's joining us online. We're pleased to have you here, ma'am. We also have in our midst, Engineer Abubakar Momo, FNSC, who is the Honorable Minister of the Niger Delta Ministry. He's ably represented by Engineer Dr. Okodwa Dauda Aluya, FNSC. You're welcome, sir. We have in our midst the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, North Central Zone, Honorable Abiodun O. Eshet. You're welcome, ma'am. We have Air Vice Marshal Nicholas Spieth, retired, a friend of the OSIMs. You're welcome, sir. Lastly, on my list, we have Dame Hassan Audu, the National External Relations Director, a representative of women in energy, oil, and gas, Nigeria. It's good to have you here, Ma. You're welcome. At this point, very quickly, I would like to call to the stage for her citation and lecture the Director General of the Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development, Honorable Dr. Asabe Vilita Bashir, ably represented by the Deputy Director, Planning, Research, and Statistics, Mrs. Ijoma Duru. Thank you, ma'am. So you just hold on for her citation. You can stay here. For her citation, teacher's citation. Dr. Asabe Vilita Bashir hails from the Limankara community, was a local government area of Borno State. She had her primary and secondary education in 1979 and 1984, respectively. With the necessary assistance and support from her family, she proceeded to the University of Maiduguri, where she obtained her first degree in chemistry and mathematics in 1988. In 1989, she took up a career as a lecturer in the Department of Education of her alma mater, University of Maiduguri, a fulfilling experience that lasted till 2003. In furtherance of her education, she obtained a PhD degree in educational philosophy in 2002. Understanding that the political space will be a more viral platform to positively impact a larger number of people, and of course, bring to bear her years of experience in the nation's developmental discourse, Dr. Bashir was in 1997 elected into the Borno State House of Assembly, and this feat was repeated in 2003. Her outstanding performance, which hinged on the welfare, growth, and development of her people while in the Legislative House, did not go unnoticed, as she was penciled down for a near-decade assignment in the executive arm, when she was in 2005 appointed as a member of Borno State Executive Council. Her administrative dexterity saw her traverse across various ministries as a commissioner. After the catalog milestones she recorded in these ministries, she could not but heed her people's call to represent them at the center, as she was elected in 2015 to represent the people of Gwoza, Damboa, and Chibok Federal Constituency of Borno State. While in the National Assembly, between 2015 to 2019, she was the Deputy Chairman, Women in Parliament. As a lawmaker, she sponsored a bill to ensure that all girl children are taken from the streets back to school in the North, particularly her Northeast zone, where insurgency has further exacerbated the challenge of out-of-school children. Aside the area of education, Dr. Bashir deployed a robust advocacy mechanism in ensuring that the vulnerable group in Borno State, particularly the women and children, were given adequate care and attention. With her Investiture Bashir Foundation, which was officially launched in year 2000, with the cardinal aim of touching lives. Dr. Bashir has over 100 students and widows on monthly stipend to assist them in their studies and further cushion the effects of the economic downturn. Dr. Asabe was appointed by the President, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, as the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the National Center for Women Development, a highly detribalized and cosmopolitan goal-getter. She enjoys the support and buy-in of critical stakeholders within and outside the shores of our great countries. Their Excellencies, distinguished engineers, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Honorable Dr. Bashir. Thank you very much. Thank you for your lecture. I think it's like, thank you so much. Yes, I am.
Good morning to everyone here. Kindly grant me the permission to adhere to established protocol. This is a keynote address presented by the Director General, Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development, Abuja, Honorable Dr. Asabe Vilita Bashir, at the Investiture of APWEN 18th President, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, holding today at NAF Center and Suites Jahi, Abuja. I convey warm greetings from my indefatigable Honorable Dr. Asabe Vilita Bashir, the DG of the Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development, Abuja, who, though absent, has entrusted me to represent her. It is an honor to witness this occasion of APWEN's 18th President's Investiture, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, FNSE, FNICE, FIMC. This moment is significant, not just for our sister who is being installed, but for the collective strides we are taking towards women's advancement and sustainability in the engineering profession. This occasion further marks a milestone in advancing women in engineering. Thus, it is most appropriate to celebrate every success that is achieved by Nigerian women, considering the rough roads through which they have journeyed to attain this present status in Nigeria, being held by women. Congratulations to the organizing team and APWEN members for orchestrating this beautiful event. So the theme that the National Center for Women Development Abuja has chosen and that resonates deeply with us today is empowering Nigerian women and girls through female artisans training in engineering related fields, a catalyst for sustainable development. The theme underscores the transformative potential at the intersection of skill development, gender equality, and progress. But before we progress, please, we feel that it's important and imperative that we understand where Nigeria stands at the Global Gender Gap Index. The 2021 Global Gender Gap Report for Nigeria has ranked Nigeria 139 out of the 153 countries sampled in the report. What does this mean? This ranking simply paints the uneven picture that while men are actively shaping Nigeria's developmental path, it seems that women are largely passive partners. Among the many reasons implicated in this disparity, poverty, cultural biases towards the girl child education, and lack of female venture funding and mentorship stand out. I want to chip in here that I was happy when our president was mentioning part of the activities that she has outlined for her tenure. She included mentorship, and she laid emphasis on the girl child, which aligns with the Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development's theme and one of our objectives. So we thank you, Ma, for putting the girl child at the heart of your activities. So narrowing the gender gap down to the field of engineering, a 2023 report by Punch Health Wise stated that the gender gap in the sector remains formidable, as out of 60,000 engineers registered by the Nigerian Society of Engineers, only a poor number of about 4,500 are females. Sadly, if we continue towing this trajectory, it will be difficult to make significant progress in Nigeria towards Sustainable Development Goal 5, which aims to achieve gender equality for all by 2030. And we will ultimately lose out on the advantages of having a more inclusive engineering society. In a giant stride, I'm going to Women's Center now. In a giant stride to close the identified gender gap that exists in the engineering sector, the Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development, Abuja, organizes an annual female artisans residential training program. The artisanal skills imparted include electrical works installation, plumbing and piping, plaster of Paris, tiling and masonry, refrigerator and AC repairs, generator repairs, carpentry, and etc. The participants are drawn from the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. To date, a total number of 1,500 women and girls have been trained. And we are inviting APWEN to partner with us in subsequent training programs. The female artisans training serves as a gateway to empowerment, offering women and girls not just skills, but a pathway to economic independence and self-reliance. In the dynamic field of engineering, artisans training becomes a vital bridge, connecting theoretical knowledge with practical expertise and fostering a diverse skilled workforce that is essential for driving sustainable development. It is crucial to recognize that the Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development is not just imparting skills, but unlocking a world of possibilities. By providing avenues for education and training in engineering-related crafts, we equip women and girls with the tools to break through traditional gender roles and carve out their places in the engineering landscape. The impact of our female artisans training and empowerment extends beyond individuals. It reverberates through communities and societies, creating a ripple effect and positive change. When women and girls are given the opportunity to develop their artisanal skills within the realm of engineering, they become architects of progress, contributing to sustainable development in multifaceted ways. In the journey towards sustainable development, diversity is not just a buzzword, it is a strategic imperative. The inclusion of women engineers, in particular through female artisans training enhances innovation and problem solving. Diverse perspectives bring forth a rich tapestry of ideas, fostering creativity and resilience in the face of complex challenges. Furthermore, in an era where progress is marked by innovation and sustainability, the role of women in engineering is paramount. As we invest in the empowerment of women engineers, we sow the seeds for a more sustainable and equitable future. So today, I challenge each one of us to be champions of change. Let's actively support and mentor the emerging generation of female engineers. Let's create environments that foster inclusivity, where talent is recognized and nurtured, irrespective of gender. It is not just a matter of fairness, it is a matter of harnessing the full potential of our collective intelligence. As we witness our dear sister, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim's investiture, let's view it as a commitment to a greater cause. Let us pledge to continue breaking barriers, challenging stereotypes, and working collaboratively towards a future where every aspiring engineer, regardless of gender, finds a supportive path to success. I congratulate APWEN and urge us to recommit ourselves to the noble cause of empowering women and girls through artisan skills acquisition. I further urge us all to be the driving force that propels change, dismantling barriers and opening doors for countless women who aspire to make their mark in the world of engineering. In closing, may this investiture mark the beginning of a new era, an era where the artisanship skills of women and girls become the cornerstone of sustainable development, building a future that we can all be proud of. Thank you, and may God bless APWEN, and may God bless Nigerian women, and may God bless all of us here present. And don't forget, our doors are open for partnership with APWEN in carrying out your activities and our activities. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that wonderful presentation. We can appreciate her better. Before we go on with the cutting of the investiture cake, we would like to take the first goodwill message because he actually wants to leave. So join me to welcome to the stage His Excellency Senator Liel Imoke, former governor of Cross River State, for his goodwill message.
Thank you very much. The very distinguished president of the APWEN, and of course, members of the executive of APWEN. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be part of this investiture for many reasons. First, as a citizen of Cross River State, we are honored that the APWEN president is from Cross River State. We are even more honored that the APWEN president, Engineer Osim, is not just from Cross River State, but just a very distinguished personality and with an amazing strength of character. And I just want to I just want to celebrate her today because she's very deserving of this honor and this celebration. When I spoke to her a few days back, she was telling me how competitive this was and how she had tried to achieve this height. And a few years back at a similar event, but it wasn't her opportunity. But today, God has made it her own opportunity by dint of hard work and commitment. And please, let's all celebrate Engineer Osim. For me, I am particularly honored again to be here, not just as a friend of a family, but as we all know, late AVM Osim was like a brother to us, particularly my family, and his departure was of such great impact to not just the family, but to all of us. For those of us who knew him, he was probably the most boisterous officer and gentleman you could ever meet. So I want to take the privilege of this moment to honor that great man and indeed observe a minute of silence in respect of the late AVM Osim, with your permission. May the dearly departed soul of AVM Eko Osim continue to rest in peace in the bosom of the Almighty Lord. Finally, let me just say this. For us and for me, it's a privilege to be among so many women engineers. I've never been in the midst of this many women engineers. It's hard to believe that there are this many women engineers in Nigeria. I was seeing 60,000 women engineers. And I think, looking at APWEN, the time has come for APWEN to just take over the main society itself, I think. Don't you all agree with me? For me also, I have the privilege of being an honorary member or an honorary fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So I feel that I'm in good company. Finally, Engineer President, I want to wish you a very successful tenure. From your speech, clearly you have a vision for APWEN, and we look forward to supporting you and encouraging you and doing all that we can to ensure that your tenure is the most successful of tenures. Thank you, and God bless you all. And I hope I'm excused. Thank you.
Just want to add.
I would like us to do a very quick drill, a very short one. Once I say APWEN, you say encourage, enhance, excel. Are we good to go? APWEN. Thank you so much. A round of applause for yourselves. The president is actually saying that we should stand up and do that drill. Please, can we all be upstanding? Thank you. So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. APWEN. A round of applause. Thank you. At this juncture, I would like to invite for the cutting of the investiture cake the first female president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers. Joining her to cut the anniversary cake is the 17th president of APWEN, Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Jumoke Eteriho, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers. I would also want to invite our brand new president, the 18th president of APWEN, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers. I would also want to invite to join them for the cutting of the cake, the keynote speaker, Honorable Asabe Vilita. I would also want to invite founding members of APWEN here present. Founding members of APWEN here present, please join us for the cutting of the cake. I would also want to invite the chairman of the Investiture Planning Committee, Engineer Dr. Ini Osoro, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. Once we have their hands on the knife, we would like to encourage them to cut the cake by going through that drill we just had now. And so once I say APWEN, we would cheerfully respond, encourage, enhance, excel, and then cut the cake. Are we ready? APWEN. Enhance, excel. Congratulations to the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. We would continue with the goodwill messages. We would continue with the goodwill messages. I would like to invite for his goodwill message the Air Marshal, Chief of Air Staff, Nigerian Air Force, Air Marshal H.B. Abubakar, who is ably represented by Air Vice Marshal John Laoye.
It's been a very serious meeting so far. Just to throw a little, make it a little bit lighter. So there was this event that was like an association of English society in the UK. And a ruffled Japanese man came into the meeting and sat on a table just like you are. And an Englishman sitting next to him, in a bid to throw a jab at him, showed him a fork and said, "This is a fork, this is a knife, and this is a spoon." So when it was time for the keynote address, she was almost surprised. The Japanese man was the one called on stage. And he gave a very prolific speech, impeccable English. And on going back to his seat, he looked at the Englishman and said, "How was the speech?" So I'm standing on behalf of the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, to give this goodwill message. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. There's no doubt engineering is one of the most noble professions today because it is the bedrock of invention or idea that does come into reality. Having women in engineering has helped in adding glamour and beauty to the profession because it has helped to clear those gray areas where perfection cannot be attained without the inputs of what makes the existence of humanity today to continue. On behalf of the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar, distinguished flying star, I wish to congratulate our esteemed mother, Engineer Adebisi Osim, FNSC, FNICE, FIMC, who has distinguished herself in the engineering profession. And today is being appointed the 18th president of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. There's no doubt your active participation, contributions, and outstanding achievements, coupled with your resilience against all odds to succeed, has distinguished you amongst so many to emerge the 18th president of APWEN. It has been said in different ways. Many come into this world, but very few put in the hard work, focus, determination, and right attitude to make a success of life or even make any meaning out of it. Our daddy, retired Air Vice Marshal Osim, who is no longer with us today, would have been very proud to witness this very day. Nevertheless, we are proud of you, Ma, and we consider it a privilege to be associated with you. Indeed, you have made your family and the whole Nigerian Air Force family very proud. Your Excellency and other well-wishers gathered here today, permit me to salute our mother here today who has embraced this noble call of being an engineer and pray that many of you here will bring forth innovations, inventions that will bring a lasting peace and prosperity to our nation. Once again, on behalf of the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar, I wish to congratulate our mother for your outstanding outing today and pray that the Lord will give you the wisdom, the intelligence to bring something to bear to take Nigeria to the global stage as a leadership in APWEN. God bless Nigeria, God bless the Society of Women Engineers, and God bless all the well-wishers present here today. In the saying of APWEN, encourage, enhance, and excel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that goodwill message. Before we continue with the goodwill messages, there is a missing but found phone. If you know it might be yours, please contact the security personnel just at the entrance of this hall. At this point, I'd like to call Engineer Oludamola Kuti, the Director, Construction and Rehabilitation, his Federal Ministry of Works. He's representing the Honorable Minister of the Federal Ministry of Works, Senator Engineer David Umahi, FNSC. Okay, I just learned that he stepped out. And while we await him, I'd like to also call on Professor M.E. Osim to take his goodwill message. Professor Osim, please. Please, can we put our hands together as he makes his way up? Thank you. Good to have you here, sir.
Sister. Let me stand on the existing protocol. I am Professor Eme Osim. The celebrant today, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, is my in-law. Her late husband, Aviabeko Osim, was my younger brother, who left us a few years ago. I'm particularly happy that Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim has followed in the footsteps of her late husband, Aviabeko Osim, to answer the call to serve humanity, serve members of her profession. Some of you here will recall that my younger brother, Aviabeko Osim, served the Air Force as Commander Staff College, Jaji. Yes. I'm a professor of 26 years standing. I'm the oldest of the Osim dynasty. I am retired, but I'm not yet tired. I am still a unical on contracts. I want to say, before my goodwill, that I'm so pleased to see so many people I saw many years ago, my late brother's friends here, AVMD, Senator Difa, APWEN, here and there. It takes such a ceremony to see them again. Anytime you invite me, I will always come so that I can see many more of them. Now I'm for my goodwill message. It is my great pleasure to celebrate with you, Engineer Dr. Let me add Pastor. I always call her Pastor. Pastor Adebisi Osim, on the occasion of your investiture as the President, Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN. This is the first time I've lectured in Unical. I've been there for 47 years now. Yes. I started teaching the 1977, 1st August. This is the first time I've seen so many women engineers. And I heard that you are about 4,500 in Nigeria, and you say you are not enough? No. Ladies, you are enough. You see, you say no, you are enough. You see, engineering is a mathematical profession. Am I right? Go to mathematics department and see how many of you are there. Women fear mathematics, but I don't know why they like engineering. That is also mathematically inclined. Please, I am so pleased to see you. When I go, I tell my students that women do not fear mathematics anymore because we have 1/4 of them in Nigeria as engineers. Nice to see all of you. Engineer, Dr. Pastor Adebisi Osim. Over the years, the general public has been aware of the dedication and honesty that you have devoted to your job as Deputy Director of Works, Federal Ministry of Works. You are an engineer par excellence. We know that you love your job. Everybody knows that in Cross River State. Who has come across you? You have always ensured that the contracts under your supervision provide quality roles wherever you have been assigned to supervise. I've heard of all that. You didn't tell me, but people come and tell me every time, say, how I wish PC was asked to supervise this road. The road is so bad. Where she is supervising, nobody can sort her out. If he says no, it's no. If you say sign, we will say we will not sign. Madam, continue in this regard. And to support my observation, I heard today that you have made a firm commitment to abide by your code of ethics. If somebody said you want to abide by your code of ethics, Madam, please continue, because people are now recognizing your virtues. I am proud of you, Madam. Cross River State is also proud of you, because that's where you are working. Federal Minister of Works is proud of you. And to cap it all, your professional association, the Nigerian Society of Women Engineers, APWEN. This is the first time I'm hearing of APWEN. I'm so happy to hear. Yes, APWEN. Yes, I will never forget it. It's a part of my vocabulary now, APWEN. And you are the president, Madam. Madam, listen to me. Today is my day too. If you say a day is my day, good. So I am very pleased. Yes. So that your people are honoring you as their 18th president of APWEN. Congratulations, Engineer Dr. Pastor ADBC Osim. May God Almighty see you through successfully through your tenure as the president of APWEN. Thank you for listening. Okay. Sister, thank you. APWEN.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prof. Permit me to say that Professor Sim, sir, you were my landlord while I was in the University of Calabar at Satellite Town. And of course, for 2 years, he subsidized my house rent. Please, can we put a round? Thank you, sir. Before I call on the next person to give a goodwill message, permit me, please, to recognize the presence of distinguished Senator Emmanuel Differ. He's a former senator representing Bayelsa West Senatorial District, Bayelsa State. It's good to have you here, Daddy. I'd like to also call Dr. Nicholas Igwe from the OPS WASH for his goodwill message. Thank you, sir. Please, our hands together.
Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. But before I start, I would like us to, maybe just in a second, understand what OPS WASH is. OPS WASH is a coordinating platform for the private sector engagement in water, sanitation, and hygiene, which is aimed at bridging the financial, technological, sustainability, and efficiency gaps in the sector. Though I'm standing on the existing protocol, but I have to sincerely thank the 17th president of APWEN, Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Eterigo, and the 14th president of APWEN, Engineer Hawa Sadiq, who made our partnership with APWEN to be possible. It is now almost a year that we officially partnered with APWEN. APWEN is now part of our functional team with unique structure that is spread over the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Our collective work has affirmed that our strength in improving wash infrastructure and other sectors' infrastructure can only be derived from the strength and capacity of women, especially in this case, APWEN members. There is already an ongoing partnership between OPS Wash, APWEN, and the presidency under the Senior Special Advisor to Mr. President on Community Engagement. And that is why you have seen that we have the Senior Special Advisor to Mr. President on Community Engagement. Northeast is here. We have Honorable Abiodun Esiet from North Central, the Senior Special Advisor to Mr. President. So Mr. President has recognized the critical role that APWEN is playing in transforming the Nigerian sector through engineering. We'll continue to work with APWEN in the different geopolitical zones as we're already doing under the leadership of the 18th president of APWEN, Engineer Dr. Osim, which of course in her speech, she has said that she will be committed to continue to work with APWEN. Let me also conclude using encourage, enhance, and excel. We'll continue to encourage APWEN members in enhancing their input engineering capacities in order for the partnership that we have with them to excel beyond expectation, which will add significantly to the economy of the country. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that goodwill message. I would like to invite for his goodwill message the Honorable Minister of the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, Engineer Professor Joseph Telomon Usaif, Fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, who is ably represented by Engineer Ronke Oluni. Please let's encourage her to come. We sincerely apologize for not recognizing the Minister of the Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation before now. So I would like to call up his representative for a goodwill message. A round of applause for her, please.
The chairman of the occasion, and also the president of Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Oguntala, the president of APWEN, Engineer Dr. Mrs. Adebisi Osin. I align myself with the already established protocol, and I celebrate all the distinguished personalities here present today, as well as all the members of APWEN. The Honorable Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation desire to be here in person, but for another assignment that he has been engaged in, is out of town, and he has sent me to present his goodwill message. And I read, goodwill message from the Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation on the event of the investiture ceremony of the 18th President of the Association of Women Engineers at NAF Conference Center on the 3rd day of February, year 2024. It is indeed an honor and privilege to extend my warmest greetings to the distinguished women engineers of Nigeria who have contributed significantly to the advancement of our nation. Your dedication, expertise, and passion for engineering excellence are truly commendable. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate the milestone that have been achieved so far by the association. Your efforts in breaking barriers and paving way for the next generation of women engineers are shaping a brighter and more inclusive future for our country, Nigeria. In the realm of water resources and sanitation, your roles are pivotal, and we look forward to more of your contributions in promoting sustainable practices, innovation, and inclusivity in engineering, and also creating pathway for others to follow. As we collectively strive to address the challenges in water resources management and sanitation, your perspectives, insights, and expertise are indispensable. The government is committed to supporting your endeavors and creating an environment that encourages the active participation of women in engineering field. I encourage you to continue to foster the spirit of mentorship, collaboration, empowering aspiring women engineers to pursue their dreams and make significant contributions to the development of our nation. Please accept my best wishes for the continued success of the association. May your endeavors be met with prosperity and your passion for engineering excellence continue to shine as a beacon for others to follow. I hereby congratulate the 18th President of the association, Engineer Dr. Adebisi Osim, and all the founding members, past presidents and executives of the association, and we look forward to more achievements as you already had established milestones, and wish to thank you for your unwavering commitment to the betterment of our nation. Together, we can build a more resilient, sustainable, and equitable future for all. Long live the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria. Long live Nigerian Society of Engineers. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all. This is the message of Professor Engineer Joseph Talum Usef, Fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, Fellow Nigerian Institution of Water Engineers, and many other fellows. So I just delivered his message, but before I will come out from this podium, permit me, I need to recognize my own mentor, who is also, she was the founder of APWEN, and she is no other person than Engineer Ebele Okeke, the former head of service of the Federation, Federal Civil Service of the Federation, the first female civil engineer in Nigeria, female woman civil engineer in Nigeria, And when we started Abuja APWEN, we had only 4 members, and they are all here. Founding members, Abuja chapter. Can you wave your hands? Shout, yeah. And to the glory of God, we are up to, we are many now, and we have the largest population of APWEN members when you compare to other cities in Nigeria. We celebrate you, ma. She is a fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow Academy of Engineering, and CFR, as well as OON, many more. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mar, for that goodwill message. We appreciate you. I'd like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Works, Senator Engineer David Umahi, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, CON. He's ably represented by the Director, Construction and Rehabilitation of the Federal Ministry of Works, Engineer Oludamola Kuti. You're welcome, sir. Still going ahead with the goodwill messages, I would like to invite for his goodwill message, the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Engineer Abubakar Momo, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, who is ably represented by Engineer Dr. Okodua Dauda Aluya, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, let's appreciate him as he comes to the podium. After him, we'll be having a goodwill message from Honorable Abiodun Eshet. Please get ready, ma'am. Thank you. Please, you have 2 minutes, sir.
2 minutes. Mr. President of our distinguished association, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Mrs. Margaret Aina Oguntala, FNSC, the Erelu of the universe. Our own dear president, brand new president of APWEN, Engineer Dr. Mrs. Adebisi Osim, FNSC. Please, you permit me to rely on the well-crafted protocol. I am here to represent the Minister of the Niger Delta Development, Engineer Abubakar Momo, FNSC. He had wished to be here today, had ticked his diary, planned, but due to the pressing engagement in the Niger Delta region, he has asked me to represent him today. The Honorable Minister of the Niger Delta Development wished to express his appreciation to the founders of this great association, APWEN. He also wished to express his appreciation to the immediate past president of this great association, Engineer Dr. Mrs. Etarigo, and he has asked me to congratulate her own from the region of the Niger Delta, Engineer Dr. Mrs. Adebisi Osim. In his bid to continue to support APWEN, he has said to encourage, enhance, and excel, that he will, from his token, donate the sum of 1 million naira for a start. That the doors of the Niger Delta Ministry is open for collaboration, training, encouraging, and for mentoring the girl child. One more time, congratulations. From me, my name remains Okodua Dauda Aluya, or you can decide to call me Aluya Dauda Okodua. Thank you.
A better round of applause. Thank you. Thank you for the goodwill message, sir. I would like to call up for his goodwill message the representative of the Honorable Minister of Works, Senator Engineer David Umahi, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, FNATE, CON, Engineer Oludamola Kuti, who is the Director of Construction and Rehabilitation of the Federal Ministry of Works, is ably representing him. A round of applause for him, please.
The President, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Mrs. Margaret Ogunsala, and the 18th President of APWEN, Engineer Mrs. Adebisi Osim, other distinguished members that are present at this occasion. My name is Adedamola Kuti, not Oludamola, it's Adedamola Kuti. My minister, the distinguished Senator Dave Nweze Umai, will have been here personally to grace this occasion. But you know, an election is taking place in Ebonyi right now, and is deeply involved in that election. It's actually an election to elect the next senator that will represent that particular senatorial district. So it's really, really involved in that election. So on behalf of the ministry, the Federal Ministry of Works, I want to say we are really pleased and happy to have one of our own, Engineer Mrs. Adebisi Osim, as the 18th president of APWEN. Unlike one of the speakers that just heard of APWEN for the first time today, I have heard of APWEN so many years ago, I think in the 80s, and I want to believe that was when APWEN was formed, somewhere around Simpson Street in Lagos. I used to go there to visit Mama Engineer Mrs. Maduka. Then I was a student in the University of Lagos. And so on one or two occasions I visited her, I saw a lot of ladies there, and there I learned about APWEN. It was just coming up then. That was in the 80s, I think 84, 85, 86, or around 86, 87. So, well, on behalf of the ministry, we want to congratulate you once again. I want to assure you that the ministry will give you the support you need for you to discharge this responsibility. And so whichever way, we are still solidly behind you, and then to support the society. And you know, a milestone has also been made this year when we are having also the first female president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So the women are now in charge. So we allow them to lead us while we follow them. So once again, we wish you the very best, God's guidance and the grace. Thank you very much.
A better round of applause for the Honorable Minister. I would like to invite for her goodwill message, Honorable Abiodun O. Eshet. She is the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, North Central Zone.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Permit me to stand on existing protocol. It's such a great honor to be here to celebrate with great women. I've always been envious of engineers. I always wanted to be an engineer. I'm so proud to be here. And I'm so proud also to be a partner. The Presidential Community Engagement Office is partnering. Okay, I will allow them to. Hello, okay. Okay, hello. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's with a great pleasure and enthusiasm that I stand before you today as we gather to witness an Investiture ceremony of the 18th APWEN president. This occasion not only highlights the incredible achievement of women in our society, but also marks a significant milestone in the empowerment of women in engineering. I stand here today to deliver a goodwill message on behalf of the Office of the President on Community Engagement, and also to assure you of the presidential commitments in creating a positive impact on our communities through our renewed hope agenda of the Mr. President. And we firmly believe in our power of collaboration and of partnership. And it is this vision to also join forces with organizations that share the same objective as APWEN and as the Renewed Hope agenda. In this regard, I am delighted also to announce the partnership between the Office of the President on Community Engagement and also OPS WASH, organization for promoting water and sanitation and hygiene, and also with APWEN. And this partnership aims to leverage on the expertise and resources of these esteemed organizations to further strengthen our efforts in creating a better society for all. Through this collaboration, we will witness the realization of Mr. President's visions and objectives, as well as the objective of APWEN. Our collective efforts will ensure that women in engineering are provided with necessary support and empowerment to strive in their chosen field. This partnership will also contribute towards bridging the gender gap in engineering and empower more women to take up leadership positions, thereby creating a more creative and diverse society. The Renewed Hope agenda focuses on prioritizing education, health, and infrastructure development and economic empowerment. By integrating this objective with the effort of APWEN and OPS WASH, we can amplify our impact and also to ensure the positive changes we make create a ripple effect throughout our communities. I commend the 18th APWEN president for her dedication and unwavering commitment in advancing the roles of women in engineering. Your leadership and passion serves as inspiration to us all, and I'm confident that under your guidance, APWEN will continue to make a significant stride and champion the cause of women engineering in Nigeria and beyond. On behalf of the Office of the President and Community Engagement, I extend a warm congratulations to the 18th APWEN president and express our sincere appreciation to the partnership between our office, APWEN, and also OPS WASH. Together, we can create a brighter future for all, where every woman has equal opportunity to succeed. Thank you, and may this occasion be filled with joy, inspiration, and renewed hope, determination to achieve a shared goal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Abiodun, the SSA to the President. As we're beginning to wind down, I'd like to call on the last two speakers, Air Vice Marshal Nicholas Spieth. He will be giving his goodwill message on behalf of the Friends of Air Vice Marshal Osim. Thank you, sir.
Pronounce the name again, please. Could you pronounce the name again, please?
Air Vice Marshal Nicholas Spieth.
It's very simple now. It's Spieth.
It's Spieth.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know, when I was in Sokoto.
I'm from Bayelsa.
Oh, you're from Bayelsa?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
No, at what?
Emil. No.
Amabo. Kamabo. You see how life is? We are from the same place. We speak the same language. When I was in Sokoto, when they want to introduce me, some people will say Spip, and some will say Sifip. I used to wonder which was harder, whether it was spiff, spip, or spip. Well, I don't know which protocol to stand on, or which one to align with, or which one to abide by. I just felt it was unfair that people will talk and nobody from AVM, Eco, Osim's constituency not to say anything. First of all, outgoing president, congratulations. BC invited me to your investiture. I think it was in Oriental. And I remember after that, we had a sumptuous lunch. Congratulations. Let me also congratulate Mrs. Usoro and Mrs. Sadiq, wives of Air Force officers who have been president of. Abel, bring me that book. That's the program. So that I don't want to make a mistake and wrongly pronounce APEM or. Mrs. Usoro and Mrs. Sadiq, please stand up for recognition. BC's citation is loaded. Very, very, very loaded. Full of accomplishments. Really full of, I'm very proud. When you were crying, people were saying, why is she crying now? How can you not cry? How can you not cry? This kind of beautiful location and your husband is not here, you know? BC started achievements since, when were we in Makodi? Is it, so many years ago, I can say this thing now because at that time, there were 4 people after Osim, 4. 4 people after Osim. BC, I've forgotten the other 3 names. But because, first of all, we used to call her tallest because she was the tallest among the 4. It's too late now for you to get angry about this story. So the first achievement was conquering Eco Osim. After that, achievements, and we are now here as president of, 18th president of, Professor, how do you pronounce that thing? APWEN. Now we have reached 18th president of APWEN. On behalf of all the close friends, we want to congratulate you for being steadfast, for being diligent, for being honest in your work. And we pray that you will continue to show these virtues as you lead women engineers. Your tenure will be a very successful one. And all the female engineers, I want to congratulate you and wish you all well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And lastly, before I call on the last person, Pastor Eyo Opo-Ene, FNMI, I would like to recognize the presence of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Community Engagement, Northwest Zone, Abdullahi Tanko Yakasai. I hope I got that right. You're welcome, sir. And so for his goodwill message, Pastor Eyo Opo-Ene. Thank you, sir.
the President APWEN, Pastor Engineer Dr. Mrs. Osim, congratulations. Let me, unlike Steve, let me rest or rely on established protocol. I am a friend of the Osim, and I happen to have been pastor to Pastor Osim as well, meaning that I've worked with Pastor Osim for a long time, and I know that APWEN is in good hands with Pastor Osim at the helm. I'm thrilled to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, Madam, on this well-deserved investiture. Your new role as the National President of APWEN signifies not only your outstanding leadership qualities, but also the trust and confidence of your colleagues that they have imposed on you. I'm sure that your vision for empowering and advancing women engineering will undoubtedly pave the way for positive changes within your industry. Your achievements that have been so elaborately shared here thus far are remarkable. And under your guidance, all of us here are assured that you will do very well. Therefore, may your tenure be filled with success, meaningful accomplishments, and impactful initiatives. Your leadership will undoubtedly inspire future generations of women engineers to pursue their dreams relentlessly. Once again, congratulations. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that goodwill message. Would like to take the last goodwill message from the registrar and the CEO of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN. Please, let's welcome him for a goodwill message. Let's appreciate him as he comes, please. Engineer Professor Adisa Ademola Bello, Fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow Academy of Engineering.
You didn't tell me that I was going to do it. The President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Aondia Erelu. Fortunately or unfortunately, I didn't have this opportunity on stage when we had your investiture. I hope with the presentation you made that day, we are still going to submit your scripts for that professorial thing we talked about. I'm still waiting, ma. The president of APWEN, the founding presidents and members of APWEN, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of us. On behalf of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, the president, the management and staff, we want to thank all of you for supporting our own, because all of us that are engineers are regulated by COREN. So we see this event as part of our event, and we are well represented here. The president would have been here himself, but for some very other engagements, he had to be far away in Kano, and he extends his hearty congratulations to APWEN and to the executive members. We made a challenge to APWEN a few days when the chairman investiture committee paid us a visit. We are still holding on to that challenge, and that we're going to always ensure that APWEN is part and parcel of what COREN is doing. I'm sure you are all aware that COREN is being, if you like, rebranded. We are leveraging on what our founding fathers have done to ensure that all of us partake in the regulation of engineering in Nigeria. So on behalf of council, staff, management of COREN, I'd like to congratulate our 18th president of APWEN and congratulate the executive members of APWEN and all of us that are here. Together, we shall build and regulate engineering in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that goodwill message. We're gradually getting to the end of this auspicious event. At this point, I would like to invite the brand new president of APWEN to have a photograph with the NSE president. After their group photograph, other groups will be called up to also have a photograph with the APWEN president. Okay.
Would like to most respectfully call on all the past presidents of APWEN, please, to join them. Our 17th president, ma'am. Engineer Mayin Adetiba, please. Can you join them, please? Thank you, Mom. Welcome, Mom. Yes.
Engineer Beatrice Oduni, please, can you also join the group photograph? Please, the representative of the ministers, please, can you join the president for a group photograph? and also the Chief of Air Staff. Please, can you join the President? President, ma'am.
No, just kidding, yeah.
All the Air Vice Marshals from the Osim's family and friends of Osim's family. Please, can you join the President for a group photograph?
Minister said all the staffs of Ministry of Works.
All the staff from the Federal Ministry of Works, please, can you join the representative of the minister to take a group photograph? All the staff of the Federal Ministry of Works, please.
Hello. Who are you calling now? Who is this?
All the Air Vice Marshals from the Osim's family, please. All the AVMs from the Osim's family before the family members. Next would have the Osim family and friends.
They've taken the Airport family.
Airport family.
Yes.
South. That's our brand. And South.
Please, every other pictures will be taken outside at the close of the event, please. Thank you. Please, after this group, please, we'll take other photographs outside.
Special assistance. We'll take them outside. Huh? Yes, we'll take them. Immediately outside.
Ma? President Ma.
Presentation first. The president would like to make a presentation to the keynote speaker. Please, I would like to invite the keynote speaker.
Wow. Congratulations.
The Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria Recognitions Award present to Honorable Dr. Sabe Bilita Bashir, DG National Center for Women Development, as keynote speaker at this investiture ceremony of the 18th president of APWEN, signed by Engineer Dr. Adebisi Ose, President.
Thank you very much, ma'am. At this juncture, I'd like to call on the 11th president, who also doubles as the chairman, Investiture Planning Committee, my very own, one of the three musketeers, Engineer Dr. Iniobong Usoro, FNSC. DJ, can you help me, please? She's our chairman, the chairman of the Investiture Planning Committee. Well done, ma. This was a good job. We did it. We did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We did it. The 18th president, our president. So now I can rest. With joy and sense of fulfillment as the chairman of the Investiture Committee, I just want to thank you all on behalf of our brand new president. Thank you so much, the chairman of this occasion, the first female president of NSC. We are honored. The keynote speaker, thank you, ma'am. The chief of the air staff, the honorable ministers, representatives, all of you here present, distinguished guests, past presidents, founding members, elders of APWEN, my hard-working members of the Investiture Planning Committee, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are most grateful for the sacrifice of your time. God bless you. We trust God will take you back to your destination safely. But before I end, I have to call upon
Engineer Hawa Sadiq. Why is that? Because today is her birthday. Today is her birthday. Not only is she an engineer like me, she's from my constituency, the Air Force. So please, go and stand by your cake, Hawa. Thank you. Stand by your cake and we are gonna sing happy birthday and she will cut the cake at the spell of APWEN. So stand there, my dear. It's your day. How do you feel? Give me an A. Give me a P. I need a W and an E. With an N, what do we have? Congratulations. Thank you so much, everybody.
Immediately after. Beautiful.
Yes, ma'am. No.
Please, I would like everyone to stand.
The president of all engineers in Nigeria. She's not the female president. That's the president of all Nigerian Society of Engineers. Oh, thank you. You know what's asking of women engineers? That's what you have to say it. This is for all engineers. Say it again, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, the president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Thank you so much, ma'am. At this juncture, I would like to invite everyone to stand while we take the closing prayer. Please, can we all stand? Thank you. Our closing prayer will be the second stanza of the national anthem.
Okay.
At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Thank you so much, everyone, and would like to sign out. I remain Engineer Precious Onoha and
Jonathan Ogwebite. Thank you so much. For those who haven't had their lunch, please sit back. We're informed that more packs will be coming very soon. Please sit back for those who haven't had their lunch packs.
The Investiture Committee.
She's going. Thank you so much.
The Investiture Planning Committee, please, you can have your group photograph. And to everyone who has come for this occasion, we thank you so much for your presence and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much to all our online viewers, all the virtual viewers. We thank you. We appreciate you for keeping